2019-2020 NHL season, the Winnipeg Jets are coming off a Stanley Cup victory in year 2. At the trade deadline last year, I thought I was blowing up the team by getting rid of a bunch of one-year contracts for prospects and picks. And we went to the Stanley Cup Final and won in Game 7. If we take a look at the awards winners for the team stats last year, Stanley Cup champions, the Winnipeg Jets. Year 1, it was the St. Louis Blues. The Blues also won the President's first year, Nashville last year. Winnipeg Jets with the Clarence S. Campbell as the Western Conference champions. And the Prince of Wales going to Carolina took us to Game 7. And we only had Matt Murray winning the Conn Smythe as player awards. Yes, we traded Connor Hellebuyck to Pittsburgh for Matt Murray. We also made a blockbuster trade in year 2, off season, that saw Blake Wheeler, Dustin Byfuglien, Carl Alzner go to Ottawa for Erik Karlsson. Who else was it? It was Mike Hoffman, Carl Alzner, or Mike Hoffman, Erik Karlsson, and Thomas Chabot. And we also sent Ottawa a first round pick in last year's draft. Why are you not finding my system? I'm just connecting my second screen app right now. There we go. That's connected. And we are in the preseason. I'm going to do what I did last year to speed things along for the season. I'm going straight to the trade deadline, where I will make my decision on whether we're going to be a buyer or a seller. And I will be willing to take trades. Mike Appleton accepts his contract extension. And we start the preseason off 2-0. Where there's 153 forwards in the Western Hockey League this year. Let's go 6 weeks to start there. I see we're pretty well balanced. We got 12 centers, 12 left, 10 right, 14 defense, and 5 goalies in the system right now. So, 2-1 loss. Win and overtime loss. And we go 4-1-1 in the preseason. We kick off the regular season with a 5-4 win over Carolina in our matchup of the Stanley Cup Finals, and we lose Jeffrey Thomas to an injury. He's back right away. And we start the year off with a 3-game winning streak before losing to Dallas. Rebound with another 3-game winning streak. So we're 6-2 on the year. Pick up a big win over Dallas. Dallas has scored us 10-5 so far this year. 7-3. Okay, this is a bit weaker. That's the first I've seen that. Bit weaker draft class this year. 4-1 loss. We're 9-4. Let's go 2 weeks. 10-4 on the year. Another matchup with Carolina. So we beat Carolina 2 games this year. 11-4-1 now on the year. 12-5-1. The Moose are going 9-8-2. Two, 13-6-3 on the year. 14-6-3, 15-6-3. Close out the first 2 months of the season. Fifteen, 6-3. Patrick Laine with a broken nose. He's gonna miss a couple weeks. And we're 2-0 without him in the lineup. One of our HL guys went down. So 18-6-4 on the year. 19-7-4. Huge one over Vegas. So 27-4. It's another 3-game winning streak. Another 3-game win streak. Let's extend it. That's our 4-game winning streak. 5 games. 28-9-4 on the year. I'm impressed. Oh, we gotta do it this way. Let's get out of this for 1 second. Pad. Simulation. Okay, so we're just stopping the simulation for a second. Let's clear this out. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go in to contracts, and I'm going to start throwing up guys who... Clayton Keller, leading team at 47 points. We are first in the division. I got 10 guys on expiring deals. So, Hoffman. Schmidt, Furland, and Shore, Shalemko. S. Prince. V. Foil. Harkins. Spasek. He might changes it. Spasek. And Nikas. Okay, so let's start off with Schmidt, Ferland, and Shore on the trading block. As we're going to blow up this team once again. So those guys are gone. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna look at picks for these guys. See if anyone's willing to bite. And let's get back to simulation. And let's try if we can get a single trade off for all the year. And Nico accepts his extension, so that's good. We might hit 33 wins by the end of this. Let's hit 32. No, we don't. Come on, boys. Let's hit 40 wins by the trade deadline. We only need 7 more wins. I don't think we're going to get the 7. Dallas. So the Ottawa Senators thing is a 4th round pick for sure, and a 7th. We'll accept. Okay, so we're at the trade deadline. We've got 9 players to move out. Clayton Keller leading team with 58 points. Shifley 56. Line with 53. Hoffman with 46. It's going to be tough to lose him. But we got to do what we got to do at this point. So we're going to start with shipping out Mike Hoffman. The Ducks have interest. You pick up Jones, he's 22, 79 overall. Let's see if we can get a pair of thirds for this rental. Come on. And it's accepted. So Hoffman is off the board. Schrotzek signed his extension. Schmidt has not. Same with Schlemko. So now we're going to move out Schmidt and Schlemko. And trade with the Ducks. Let's make a trade with the Bruins. They don't have quite what I'm looking for. There's interest from there. The Blackhawks have expressed interest. The Blue Jackets are expressing interest in them. Damn it, we're that high up against the cap. Sure. Ah. Oh, man. So Schmidt's gone. Schlumko's the next guy we have to try to move. So we would have grabbed him and put him on waivers. That's hilarious. So Schlemko's gone. And now we look at all skaters. Okay, we got an extension for land. And so it's got interest in you. Guy sat out this year. And move up Furland. Okay, now we got Prince, Boyle, Harkins, and Spotcheck. Okay, so Boyle's gone. Come on. So we got Harkins and Spacek. Oh, wait, where's Spacek out? So it should be Harkins now. No, Prince, sorry. Harkins and Prince had to move out. Okay. And finally, Prince. Alright, so we unload our picks that we want to get rid of. Are the prospects, players. We're gonna have a lot of yellow in the lineup again. And these guys are just pretty much good enough. So now after all the moves, all those moves, this is the lineup now. Clayton Keller, Jeffrey Thomas, Cam Atkinson, Max Jones, Philip Scheidel, Adam Lowry, Kevin Hayes, Shifley, Patrick Laine, Mitch Marner, Brandon Gallagher, and J.C. Lippin. We've got Sergosa, Jokinen, and Rod, so you need to call up a defenseman. Okay, so let's do that now. Let's do some roster moves. Oh, cancel. Okay, so let's get to the playoffs. Where we are? Where do we stand? We sit second in the division, 6 points back. So let's get through. The remainder of the regular season. Let's see if we can hit 40 wins in the first week of March. No, second week. Come on, boys, let's get to 50 wins. It's 42, 43, 44. Oh my lord, we're gonna limp into the playoffs. 46. And we finished the year with a 3-game winning streak, 48, 26, and 8 on the year. Shifley ends up leading the team with 77 points. Clayton Clutch Keller led the team in goals with 28. Patrick Liney with 27, 71 points. Carlson almost 20 goals as a defenseman. Only 3 shy of his total last year. We had more points. Hasn't quite hit his career high yet, but he's going to get there. Mitch Marner in his first full season with us, tying his career high in goals. Brendan Gallagher with 16, just shy of his total from last year. Jeffrey Thomas in his rookie year popping in 43 points. That's rookie skaters. But nowhere near Dennis Grunoff or Rudy Reichel. Bellamy even beat him out. Oh man. And we take second in the division. We will be playing the Nashville Predators in the opening round. And only 3 points separating us from Nashville, as we had one more win and one more overtime loss. Let's see how our team stats did. Average 3.07 goals for per game, which is identical to Nashville. 2.41 goals against. Which is good for third overall in the league. 21.1% on the power play. Nashville's 20.5. Our penalty kill 85.1 to Nashville's 78.2. We were 24-12-5 at home, 24-14-3 on the road. They were better at home. We were better on the road, and both teams on a 5-5 heading into the opening round. Let's get through the playoffs, my friends, as we look to repeat. And the Moose do not get into the Stanley Cup, into the HL playoffs. I've had to look at goalie stats. I'll do that after this game. Lippin opens the scoring. Hayes makes it 2-0. Those are lines. Carlson making it 3-0. The Jets coming out strong on home ice. And Johansson makes it 3-1 to close out the first. Shots were 12-12 after one. Now we're running away with shots 23-18 as I speak. So we limit them to 6 shots. We double up our total. We still lead 3-1 after one, or after two, I should say. Johansson makes it 3-2. They get a power play. We kill it off. That's awesome. We've had 5 shots this period, 6 now. They are outplaying. We take momentum back and win this game 3-2. Scoring the first 3 goals and holding on. Matt Murray making 30 saves. UC Saros getting a shutout as Pekka Rinne got pulled in the first. And Ryan Johansson with the 3rd star. Chidle's available for the next game. And Hayes opens up the scoring, makes it 1-0. Well, I'm surprised they didn't go Saros after he came in and pretty much kept them alive. It's 1-0 after one. Come on. Hold them off, boys. Let's get a 2-0 series lead. And it's 1-0 after one. After two. As Murray is standing on his head in this game, stopping 23 shots. Can we hold on? And we do for the 1-0 victory. Matt Murray with the 1st star, Pekka Rinne with the 2nd, and Kevin Hayes with the 3rd. We hold on. We're up 2-0 as the series switches over to Nashville. I want to look at goaltender regular season stats. Oh man. Kevin Hayes. So Murray went played 72 games. Wow. 40, 22, and 8 with 6 shutouts, a 920 save percentage, 242 goals against average. And Zachary Fucali going 8-2 and 15, 8-4 and 15 appearances, 931 and a 211 save for goals against average. So we rode Murray. And I think Kevin Hayes is our rookie, is he not? No. In a sense, he's a rookie. Oh, no, never mind. Alright, let's get back in and see if we can take game numero 3. And Arvidsson opens the scoring on Murray. So far, we scored the first goal in the first 2 games and won them both. Can we rally back to take game or game 3? So we trail 1-0 after 1. Shots are 10-10 after 1. And Morrissey makes it 1-1. Hayes makes it 2-1. He's got a goal in every game so far. Thomas makes it 3-1. And it's 3-1 after 2. Call power play in the third. Or penalty in the third, I should say. As we're looking to take the commanding 3-0 lead. Shifley with an empty netter. And we're up 3-0 on the Nashville Predators. Matt Murray, Kevin Hayes, and Jeffrey Thomas with the 3 stars. Murray making 32 saves. We're going to game 4. Looking to bring the Brooms to Nashville. See if we can beat them 4 in a row. We get an early power play. Out shooting them 7-2, and they score on their second shot of the game from Colin White. Nationals rallied back off that goal. They're taking control of this game. Out shooting us now 12-9 after 1. They lead 1-0. And White with his second of the game makes it 2-0. Atkinson makes it 2-1. Bonino makes it 3-1. Well, it's within reach. As we go into the third, down 3-1. As we look to tie up this game, possibly force overtime. But Nashville looking to avoid the sweep. It's getting late in the game. We have a late power play. We can't score on it. They've got a late power play. They take game 4 with an empty netter, making it 4-0, 4-1 to stay alive. The 3 stars, Colin White with 3 points, Pekka Rinne making 32 saves, and Craig Smith a 3rd star. This series shifts back to Winnipeg for game 5 as we look to close out the Predators. And White opens a scoring again on only his second shot, the team national second shot of the game. As Nashville's looking to avoid elimination, leading 1-0 after 1. Come on, Hayes, Laine, Scheifele, Clayton, Clutch, Keller, where are you this playoff series? They're shutting down our top line. Atkinson makes it 1-1. We're going into the 3rd, tied at 1. I have a feeling the next goal in this game is going to win it. And Thomas, the rookie, Laine makes it 3-1. Nashville takes a penalty late. They take another one as we hold on for a 3-1 victory. Thomas and Laine scoring in the 3rd to give us a series victory in 5 with a 3-1 victory. Matt Murray with the 1st star. Erik Karlsson making 3 assists, or handing up 3 assists, so he assists on all 3 goals. Jeffrey Thomas, the rookie, getting the game-winning goal. And now we just wait for the next round, for the opening round to finish, as we go to the 2nd round. And we play the Dallas Stars, starting this series off on the road. We are 1-1 on the road. We are 3-0 at home in the playoffs. Dallas took 6 games. To move past their opponent. Oh man. Sorry. Yeah, so you look at the playoff tree after the opening round. So Dallas in 6 over Colorado. The Coyotes in 6 over the Flames. The Golden Knights in 6 over the Wild. Over in the East, there's the Devils and Penguins going to 7, with the Devils coming in on top. Capitals in 6 over the Rangers. Panthers in 6 over Buffalo. And the Lightning swept the Leafs. Western Conference and look at the teams that won 4 games. So we have 2.4 goals for. Dallas is at 283. They have 267 goals against. We have a 1.6. We are 10% on the power play to their 5.9. We are 90% penalty kill to their 60%. The Golden Knights have killed off every penalty they have taken in the playoffs so far. And as I said, we are 1-1 on the road, 3-0 at home. They're 2-1, 2-1. So this should be an interesting series. I doubt we're going to get a 5 or 6 game. If I'm making an early prediction, I'm going to say 6 against the Stars, one way or the other, as they have 57 wins to our 46 in the regular season. This should be an interesting series, to say the least. I can see this one almost going distance if we can get a couple wins early. And Radulov makes it 1-0. Early in the games, we took a bad penalty. Huh. One nothing after one. Dallas shooting is 15-12. Well, 16-14, 16-15. Dickinson makes it 2-0 for Dallas. We might be out in the second round of this playoffs unless we can get some goals. And Line makes it 2-1. Power play, they kill it off. They get a power play, we kill it off. 2-1 after 2. Game 1, Lippin makes it 2-2. Then we get a power play. They score, making it 3-2 as a power play expires. Come on, let's get one more goal, boys. Let's force overtime. No. Dallas is going to take game 1 3-2. We fall to 1-2 on the road. They are now 3-1 at home. 3 stars: Ben Bishop, Jason Dickinson, Dennis Gurnoff. We need to win game 2 to even up this series and steal some momentum from the Dallas Stars. We get an early power play, and Carlson scores, makes it 1-0. Then we take a penalty, but we kill it off. Line makes it 2-0. Shore makes it 2-1. Again, us back for trading him, and it's 2-1 after 1. And Line with another power play goal. It's 3-1 Winnipeg. As we're just chewing them up on the power play, it seems, in this game. 3-1 after 2. We're looking to tie up this series. And Shore gets a second of the game. Gallagher respawns right away to keep the 2-goal lead. They get a late power play. We kill it off. It looks like we're going to take game 2. Carlson with the empty netter, second of the game. And we take game 2 5-2. Patrick Liney, Eric Carlson, Devin Shore, the 3 stars. Liney and Carlson combined for 4 goals, 6 points. And we go back to we head to the peg for game 3. And our scout wants some business. Go look at forwards in the WHL again. It's a close game in game 3 as we look to defend home ice. It's 0-0 after 1. Rowe shot 9-7 in the first. And Williams makes it 1-0 in the second. So Dallas has scored first in every game of this series, I believe. We get a power play, but they kill it off. And it's 1-0 Dallas after 1. Come on. And Thompson, the rookie, makes it 1-1. Then we get a power play. A long 5-on-4, but we couldn't score. This one looks like it's going to overtime. And we go to overtime tied 1-1. Come on. And we win again. Patrick Laine with the overtime winner. And we are undefeated on home ice. Matt Murray with the first star. Ben Bishop with the second star. Patrick Laine with 2 points, taking home the third star. And we stay in Winnipeg for game 4 as we look to take a 3-1 series lead. And Richie opens the scoring. Hines makes it 2-0. Laine with a power play goal, making it 2-1. This is a fast-scoring game. They had 2 goals on 4 shots. Scheifele ties it up. Wow, what a first period of hockey as they jump out to a 2-0 lead. And the first 5 minutes, 2 goals, 31 seconds apart. Patrick Laine tying it up just about almost a minute, just a little over a minute later, and Scheifele makes it 2-1. Scheifele then makes it 2-2. Shots were 11 apiece in the first. As we are all over the Stars in the second period. Shots are 26-20 in favor of Winnipeg. Clayton Clutch Keller with his first goal of the playoffs, I believe, makes it 3-2. And Shore makes it 3-3. And we're going to overtime for the second game in a row. We get a power play. It's killed off. Double overtime. And Lowry makes it 4-3 a minute and a half into double overtime. We stay undefeated on home ice. Patrick Laine, Mark Scheifele, and Clayton Clutch Keller. The top line was 3 goals, 6 points. And we take the 3-1 series lead. We have the Stars on the ropes as we look to close out this series in Dallas. And we score first with Keller getting his second goal of the series. Marner, there he is. Yeah, I think that's his first goal of the playoffs. So it's 2-0 after 2-1 as they get a late goal in the first. So it's 2-1 after 1. Marner and Keller almost going from the exact same spot on the ice on Bishop. They get a power play. We kill it off. Tyler Seguin ties it up. The Stars do not want to lose on home ice. As we are tied at 2 after 2, the Jets have the 3-1 series lead. Williams makes it 3-2 early in the third. Atkinson makes it 3-3. Sagan with a power play goal makes it 4-3. Penalty, killed it off. Another power play for us. They kill it off. And this series is going to 6 as the Stars win on home ice. A 4-3 victory. Tyler Seguin with 2 goals and assists. Alexander Radulov, goal, 2 assists, and Jamie Benn with 2 assists to take home the 3 Stars. This game goes to Winnipeg, where we look to stay flawless at home in the playoffs. Oops. Two to one. Or sorry, nothing. Shots were 2-1. I meant. Dallas was shooting 7-3 in the first. We're starting to rally back. And it's no score after 1. Atkinson makes it 1-0 early in the second. We then get a power play, but they kill it off. We get another power play. A long 5-minute power play. They kill it off. Lowry makes it 2-0 going into the third. We're 20 minutes away from eliminating them. Atkinson with his second of the game. And it looks like we are going to the conference finals once again on the strength of a 3-0 victory over the Dallas Stars in Game 6. The 3 Stars: Cam Atkinson, Zachary Fucale, and Adam Lowry. Wow. Fucale only faced 31 shots though. No, don't tell me we lost our starter. Yes, Matt Murray only played 50 seconds of the game. Oh, that is not good. And we're going to be playing the Vegas Golden Knights in the conference finals. We've played one less game. We're 8-3. They're 8-4. Patrick Laine with 13 points in the playoffs so far. 6 goals, 7 assists. Let's take a look at the Western Conference. We have a 282 goals for. They have 275. 1.91 goals against to their 242. We have a 16.7 power play to their 14.7. They are way more penalized than we are, so they have a 92.9 penalty kill. We only have an 85.7. They've scored 2 shorthand goals. They're 3-3 at home, 5-1 on the road. We are 2-3 on the road. Oh man! So our perfect home record goes up against their nearly flawless road record. And player stats, if we take a look at those real quick. Patrick Laine, Erik Karlsson, Scheifele with 9, Keller with 9. Clayton Keller's only got 2 goals. Atkinson's got 8 points. Mitch Marner's been surprisingly quiet in the playoffs. Only 1 goal, 4 assists. Gallagher also quiet. Lippin, who was a hero for us last year in the playoffs. They had 6 goals, 2 assists. 2 of them shorthanded. 2 of them also they were game winners. So it's going to be an interesting playoff series. Murray 7-3. Let's show 937 save percentage, 190 goals against. And Fucali's came in and stopped 31 shots in the last game. So it's going to be an interesting series, to say the least. Player stats for the Golden Knights. The real deal, James Neal, Alex Tuck leading the team. Marchessault with 9. All 3 of those guys, 9 points. Eakin, Smith, Hula, Gardner, William Karlsson. Flip over to their goalies. And it's been Fleury, 8-1-2. Subban with an overtime loss. So Subban played 8 minutes, lost in overtime for them. And so it's a battle of Pittsburgh, former Pittsburgh goaltenders. So choose some gum for a minute. My mouth's getting a little dry. And this series starting off in Winnipeg. As Miller gets an early quick goal on the power play. And we're down by 1 after 1. Smith with a power play goal. We cannot be taking penalties against this team. Has a goal in. Laine makes it 2-1 late in the second. Thomas ties it up in the third. Garrison makes it 3-2. And we take our first home loss in the playoffs, falling 3-2 to the Golden Knights in Game 1 of the conference finals. The 3 stars, Marc-Andre Fleury, Mark Scheifele, and Clayton Keller. And we open scoring with Hayes. Line A makes it 2-0. Marshall makes it 2-1 though right away. Marshall ties it up. What a game. 1-1 after 1. Or 2-2 after 1. Shifley makes it 3-2 in the second. And we take a 1-goal lead into the third period. And they get a power play goal from Carlson to tie it up. And then we take another freaking penalty. And we are going to overtime. And Vegas wins it in overtime. They have the 2-0 series lead. Marchessault, Shifley, and William Carlson, the 3 stars. We need to win this game. And Took makes it 1-0 on a power play goal. Our penalty killing has fallen apart in this series. Stepniak makes it 2-0. We're down 2-0. I was shooting 12-10. Gallagher makes it 2-1. It's going to be 2-1 heading into the third. And they make it 3-1. The Golden Knights are looking to take a 3-0 series lead off the strength of this 3-1 victory. And we are on the ropes. Marc-Andre Fleury, Colin Miller, and Lee Stepniak, the 3 stars. And they're out shooting a 8-4. Our rookie Thomas gets a late first period goal as we try to stave off the sweep. Gallagher makes it 2-0. One more goal, boys. That should be enough to put the Golden Knights on the ropes in this game. And the Golden Knights are within striking distance, trailing 2-0 after 2. And they get a power play goal from the real deal, James Neal. Mitch Marner with his second of the playoffs, making it 3-1. Lipacek makes it 3-2. And that'll end that way. 3-2 victory for us to avoid the sweep. Mitch Marner, Jeffrey Thompson, Brandon Gallagher with the 3 stars. We're going back to Winnipeg for Game 5. Hoping to avoid elimination once again. And real deal, James Neal makes it 1-0 on a power play goal. Clayton Clutch Keller ties it up. Lippin makes it 2-1. We take a 2-1 lead into the second period. Still 2-1 after 2. Atkinson makes it 3-1. Merrill makes it 3-2 on a power play. They still have the power play. Man. Our specialty teams have let us down in this series. And we hold off with a second 3-2 victory. Cam Atkinson, JC Lippin, and Matt Murray, the 3 stars. We're going back to Vegas for Game 6. Looking to make it 3 wins in a row. And they get a 5-on-3 power play goal from Neal. And they lead 1-0 after 1. Marner ties it up. Liriano shot 21-12. Tied at 1 after 2. Gallagher with a late goal makes it 2-1. They get a late power play, but they can't score on it. This series is going to 7. As Matt Murray, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Brendan Gallagher picking up the 3 stars. Oh man, I thought I was done for sure. There's hope at the end of the tunnel. Another early power play for Vegas, but it gets killed off this time. A 5-on-3. We've taken 3 penalties to their none. We're being outshot 13-6 after 1 is no score in Game 7. Vegas is all over us, but Clayton Clutch Keller gets the opening goal. That's the 4th penalty against us. Neal ties it up. Morrissey makes it 2-1. And whoops. My bad. And we lead at 2-1 after 2. So we look to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals. And it is all Vegas in the third. Lowry makes it 3-1. First star of that game has to be our goaltender, Matt Murray, as he stopped 36 shots. Josh Morrissey, Adam Lowry with the second and third stars. But if you look at the shots on net in this game, they outshot us 13-6, 15-7. We managed to outshoot them 15-9 in the third. And we scored twice in the second, once in the third to win the game. And we're going back to the Stanley Cup Final looking for back-to-back Stanley Cups. And we're going to be playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. And it goes from bad to worse. Erik Karlsson leading the team with 17 points. And the Jets have played 3 less games than us. They have a 307 goals for. We have a 267. They have a 1.33 goals against to our 2.06. We have a 15.2 power play to their 24.4. 82.1 penalty killing for them to our 73.9. Like, we were just right in that series. Like, our power play goals against doubled. We were 8-2 at home, 4-4 on the road. They're 7-1 at home, 5-2 on the road. And we start player stats. So it's Erik Karlsson with 17 points. Patrick Laine with 16. Clayton Clutch Keller with 15. Scheifele with 15. Our rookie with 13. Atkinson with 11. Hayes with 10. Marner with 10 now. Lowry with 8. Gallagher with 7. Lippin with 4. Morrissey with 3. Cheidel with 2 assists. Benning with 2 assists. Jones with an assist. Green with an assist. Shabbat with no points in the playoffs. Same with Heiskanen. But our fourth line, Jones, Scheidel, and Lippin, are -3, -2, -4. So if we can play with a short bench, we should be able to win this series. Tampa Bay, though, Stamkos with 21. Nemznikov with 19. Kucherov with 15. Hedman with 12. Yeah, man, it's going to be a horrible series. And we look at goalies. Vasilevsky standing on his head. For us, Murray playing decent. Well, let's get to it. We're at the Stanley Cup Finals for the second year in a row. We're starting off at home. And they kill off the first penalty of the game. We kill off the second. And it is 0-0 after one. Man, this is going to be a really... This is a surprising closer game than I thought it was going to be. Nothing after 2. Atkinson breaks the tie midway through the 3rd. Marner gives him a set, gives us an insurance goal. And we take game 1, 2-0. 3 wins away from repeating as Stanley Cup champions. Matt Murray making 25 saves. Vasilevsky making 32. Atkinson with a 3rd star. We stay in Winnipeg for game 2. And Killorn opens the scoring for Tampa. Hayes ties it right up. Jones makes it 2-1. Palat ties it up. And we're tied at 2 after 1. This is the kind of scoring expected in game 1. Namaskov makes it 3-2. Sorelli makes it 4-2. And we now have to battle back in the 3rd. Down by 2. Middle shooting is 28-19. We haven't had a shot in like 10 minutes. Get some late shots. But Point makes it 5-2. The Lightning have tied up the series as we head to Tampa Bay. Tied up at 1. They take game 2, 5-2. Braden Point, Cal Sergiev, and Andre Palat with the 3 stars. Patrick Laine opens the scoring in the first period of game 3, but Johnson ties it up. Tied at 1 after 1. Atkinson makes it 2-1 on our 6th shot of the game. As we're being outshot 23-12 as I speak. And we take a 2-1 lead into the 3rd period. And we get nothing on a long 5-on-4 with a 5-on-3 in there. Point ties it up. And we're going to overtime. Get an early overtime penalty. Then we take one. And Gallagher makes it 3-2. To give us a 2-1 series lead. Matt Murray with the 1st star, stopping 41 shots. Gallagher with the 2nd. Cam Atkinson with the 3rd. And we are going to game 4. Up by 1 in the series. And they score on their first shot of the game from Pallet. On Murray Pallet getting his second of the game on the power play shortly after. Thompson makes it 2-1. Point makes it 3-1. We're playing them without outscoring us. It's 3-1 after 1. Marner makes it 3-2. Trailed by 1 after 2, 3-2. Scheifele ties it up in the third. Laine makes it 4-3. Stamkos ties it up. Both of our backups are in net in this game. Volkov making it. It's 5-5. And we are going to overtime for the second game in a row. In one of the highest scoring games I've seen in this game in the playoffs. We've taken 2 penalties in the playoffs. We've killed them both off. That's the third penalty against us. We are firing everything at their net, and Howden ties up the series in a wild 6-5 game. Palat, Scheifele, and Kucherov, the 3 stars. Oh, I don't want that. I want stats. Murray only playing 25 minutes in that game. Then Fucali coming in relief. Vasilevsky only playing 2 minutes in that game, and Ingram playing the rest of the way. As an interesting thing, we go back to Winnipeg, best of 3 series. So no one's hurt. Maybe they lost their starter. And Hayes opens up the scoring. Thompson makes it 2-0. It's 2-0 after 2. Nothing midway through the third with a goal from Carlson. Tampa's taking all the penalties in this one. We're up 3-0 after 2. 4-0 with a goal from Lippin. And it looks like we're going to take game 5. And we are now 1 win away from repeating as Stanley Cup champions with a 4-0 shutout of the Lightning. Matt Murray rebounding, taking the first star. Kevin Hayes and Jeffrey Thomas the second and third. We go back to Tampa. Cancel. Up to this day. 1 win away. And Thompson opens the scoring early in the first. Hedman ties it up late in the first. It is 1-0. 1-1 after 1. So it's 11-10 in favor of the Jets. And they get a shorthanded goal. Point makes it 3-1. And it looks like Tampa's going to tie up this series at 3 apiece. Oh, Marner makes it 3-2. Laine ties it up. Can we win our second Stanley Cup in 6 games? Cirelli makes... That's his second shorthanded goal of this game. And Tampa Bay forces Game 7. We are going back to Winnipeg. Anthony Cirelli with 2 shorthanded goals. Braden Point and Mikhail Sergachev with the 3 stars. Two shorthanded goals. That is horrible. As we look to win the Stanley Cup on home ice in Game 7. Get an early power play. We had nothing for it. Jones opens the scoring, making it 1-0. And we lead 1-0 after 1. A 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. So we get nothing out of it. Howden ties it up. We're tied at 1 after 2. And Volkov makes it 2-1. Come on, anyone get the goal. Come on, someone tie it up. And an empty net from Johnson. We lose in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals on home ice to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Andrei Vasilevsky with the first star. Alexander Volkov with the second. Brett Howden with the third. So is the Laval Rocket winning the Calder? I'm just going to make a note of that. So Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cup champions, Laval Rocket the Calder Cup champs. Maximum salary is $85 million. The minimum is $865. So it's Carolina, Chicago, Anaheim, Los Angeles, Detroit, Ottawa, Vancouver, Edmonton, Montreal, the Islanders, San Jose, Edmonton, St. Louis, Boston, and Boston. Boston with back-to-back picks in the first round. You retired players. Now goalies retiring from us. Curtis McElhinney retiring. Michael Lighton, McKenna, and Patsoid. All skaters. Yarmer Yager calling it a career. Jerome McGinley. Yager with 2,001 points. McGinley. Hossa. Daniel Sedin. James Hartnell. Colin Alashemsky. Gianta. Vermette. Stepniak. Molson. Chamara. Erhoff. Eves. Piaska. Fedor Tootin. Girardi. Boyle. Booth. Poland. Duya. Daniel Pye. He used to play for the Guelph Storm. Calling it a career. So we're not going to get rid of either of the franchise players. Can't justify Shifley going. Same with Keller and Line. I'll be right back. I'm back. Just had to use the bathroom. Let's get in. You're young. 2 years left. What did you do in the regular season? Shabbat. You're getting up. No, you're only 23. You're young too. You had last year your contract. Gallagher. Wow. There's not much I really want to get rid of. So. He's in signed to an extension. So, actually, is gonna be the only actual player I put up. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Flip these for some higher picks in this year's draft. We'll accept that deal. Move up to the second round. Get Atkinson's nearly $6 million off the books. Zacharias is a 61. So I don't think I have any picks after the 4th round in this draft now. he's still there. And it's the worst player I've ever drafted. Oh, I do have a 6th-round pick. So I drafted 2 players who were 47 overall, Boyko and Kruntkovic. I do manage to free up $6 million in cap space. So I'm not going to bother resigning any of. I'm not going to bother signing any of the rookies. Everyone else is locked in for at least another year. Yeah. So Vocali's have progressed to an 80. Get the free agency. Then I cut out the stream as I set up my laptop to get the award winners. Hoffman's available, he's 30. Falk, Bershay, Jenner. We got 9 million to work with too. We got 22 million in extension dollars. That's 12 of it taken. So we got 10 million left. So, new contracts. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2. Oh, definitely need left wingers. So I need at least 2 left wingers. So let's address that issue first. Because I think I also need a defenseman. 4, 5, 6. So yeah, and I can also use the defenseman. Well, let's see what those guys sign and what we have left. Larson accepts his deal. Sherry accepts his. Kokyo accepts his. Heskin accepts. And Marner accepts his extension. Let's go one more day to make sure. Yeah. So what we have left to target that last defenseman. I still have 4.5 mil. Oh, so 8 million to sign him. Okay, so we got that set. If 40C doesn't accept his offer, he'll be a guy I'll move out throughout next year. He accepts his 1-year deal with us. Morrissey accepts his contract extension. As I'll get to the start of the next season, and I will post up the awards winners, and then I will be taking a break. As once again we fall 1 win shy of the Stanley Cup as we look to repeat, but come up short. So all in all, not a bad season, not the greatest, as we struggled throughout the regular season, but if we can get in the playoffs, we seem to be able to do those long runs. Set captains, they should be the same. Scheifele, Jones, Line, and Carlson, yep. Edit lines. As Jeffrey Thomas joins Scheifele and Line on the top line. We got Marner, Hayes, and Keller on the second line. Connor, Sherry, Adam Lowry, Brandon Gallagher on the third. Max Jones, Philip Cheidel, and J.C. Lippin on the fourth. On defense, we got Morrissey and Carlson, Heiskanen and Shabbat, Dylan and Slater Koche. As I got to try to figure out the 935. So we're probably going to move Dylan, Gallagher, Lowry, Benning, Lippin, Jones out at the deadline. Our goaltenders are signed long term, which I like. Let these guys grow. And the award winners from this past season were the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Stanley Cup champions. The President's Trophy going to Dallas. We knocked off the President's Trophy winners in the second round. Clarence S. Campbell going to the Winnipeg Jets for the second year in a row. And the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Prince of Wales. Unusual Player Awards, Tyler Seguin with the Art Ross and the Hart Memorial. Yossi with the James Norris. Bing going to Seguin. The Calder Memorial going to Gurnoff. Vasilevsky with the Conn Smythe. The Vezina going to Fleury. Fleury also taking on the Jennings for the Golden Knights. Murphy with the Masterson. Getzlaff with the Selke. Seguin with the Lindsay. And Tarasenko repeating as the Maurice Richard Award winner. So we are all set for that. I'm going to call it a day there on the broadcast. I'll be back a little later. Hope you all enjoyed.